Today I will be ranking and reviewing most of the footbags currently on the market, part 2. No matter your play style or skill level, my goal is to help introduce you to new footbags and help grow the sport. Whether you're a brand new player, a casual hacky sack kicker, or an advanced freestyle footbag player, I'll let you know what bags are right for you, how much they cost, and where you can find them. I'll be ranking these as an average freestyle footbag player, so my scores will be based on how well they perform at stalling and doing basic tricks. However, I will be breaking these up into different categories. I will let you know which bags are good for kicking, what are good hybrid bags, and which bags are good for tricks and stalls. Okay, so part 1, this is where we left off. Before we get started, we're going to be adding 50 something new bags. We need to move these bags around, make some room. Actually, I made a mistake in part 1. This is the Rebel. I accidentally called it the Striker. The Striker is a synthetic leather bag, and I will be ranking that today. All right, so here we are. This is our starting point for part 2.
Round 2.
All right, so first up on this year's list, we have the Hacky Sack Impact. I have made multiple videos about this. I'm actually currently working with Whammo to help revamp and relaunch the official Hacky Sack line. If you haven't checked out my YouTube shorts, go check them out. Honestly, not a good bag. It is not round. It is overfilled, overstuffed. It has a tag on it. Impossible to control, impossible to stall. Okay for circle kicking, but again, very, very difficult to control this bag. This is starting off right at the bottom of the list, number 13. And here we have the Hacky Sack Striker. I am working with Whammo to fix it. It is not a good bag. It is okay for kicking, but it's not great for stalling. It is, however, better than the Impact. The Hacky Sack Striker is going in at number 15. These next 8 bags are all available on the Yo-Yo Sam website. That is yoyosam.com. They sent me this yo-yo display case. These are only $22 each on their website, and they work perfectly for footbags. Go check them out. They have all sorts of skill-based toys, including kendamas, yo-yos, juggling supplies, frisbees, boomerangs, you name it. Go check it out, yoyosam.com. I cannot thank them enough. And jumping into the Yo-Yo Sam list, first up we have the Duncan Daredevil. 38 grams, pellet filled, perfect for kicking. It's not the most durable material, but awesome for beginners. Really no complaints. And the fill percentage is low enough to where you can actually do some stalls. This one's going right in at 51. This is the Duncan Spider. This is about an $11 foot bag, sand filled, 52 grams. Honestly, this bag really surprised me. It is incredibly easy to control, good for kicking, and for beginners, this is one of the easiest bags I've ever stalled in my life. The only real knock I have against it is that it is not the most durable fabric. If you are a new player looking to start learning stalls and tricks, I don't think you can find a much better foot bag. Again, this isn't going to last forever. The fabric's not great, but I mean, for stalls and tricks, this is awesome. It's going in at 92. Perfect for beginners. Next up, Sam Sack Wild Child. 32 panels, 32 grams. These bags are a ton of fun to kick. Kind of a mid-range hybrid bag. The fabric hanging off it actually kind of helps it from rolling. Ton of fun. Wild Child going in at number 54. Next up is the Hurricane Sam. This is a 14 panel, 36 grams. It's a little bit light, but a decent hybrid bag. It is stallable if you throw in the occasional staller trick. However, I would classify this as a kicking bag, and this is going in at number 42. Next up, the Sam Sack Rasta Sack. This is a sand-filled 8-panel foot bag. Just a classic all-around hybrid, except this bag is very easy to stall, fun to kick. Really no complaints about this bag. It is going in at 82. Next up is, there we go, the Zekio Foot Pro 44 gram sand-filled foot bag. This is a 32 panel foot bag. This is a hybrid bag. However, after you break it in, this will be okay for stalls and tricks. All around, great bag. This is going in at 63. Next up is the Zekio Rage. This is a 45 gram leather bag. If you're looking for that old school nostalgic kicking bag, or you want something to just beat around the circle, very nice leather, very thick. This will last a long time. but this is more of a net bag. It's only for kicking, so it is going to go towards the bottom of the list at number 17. Last but not least, we have the Zekio Fury. Very similar to the Rage, except this one does have a little bit less filling, but it does weigh a little bit more at 55 grams. Again, another old school leather bag. It is a bit softer, less filling. It is a little bit heavier and a little smaller, but I do prefer this one over the Rage. Rage is at 16, Fury's at 17. All right, and that's it for the Yo-Yo Sam bags. Again, check them out, yoyosam.com. If you're into any skill toys, he has pretty much anything you could ever want. yoyosam.com, thank you so much. All right, so next up is Bomb Foot Bags. All of these can be found at bombfootbag.com. We already have quite a few on this list, but I went and bought pretty much all the ones I didn't already have. Shout out to Mike for hooking up the order. Awesome guy, awesome bags. A lot of the bomb bags up here are more of the freestyle ones. I bought a lot more of the hybrids, so these will get kind of lower scores. However, that does not mean they're bad bags. They are just more for hybrid players. So first up is the Smoke. This is a slightly larger bag, 65 grams, $12. 70% fill of sand and plastic. This is more of a kicking bag. Super nice quality. I love the colors. But you can't really do many freestyle tricks with it. It's very difficult to stall, very full. So this is going to go at 33. But for kicking bags, awesome. Next up is the Napalm 2.0. This is a 70-gram bag, $12, metal and plastic. Very similar to the original Napalm, and because of that, it's getting a 94. Awesome to stall, a lot of fun to kick, love the colors. Next up is the Shockwave. Man, I love the colors of these bags. This is 70 grams, metal fill, $15. Honestly, not a bad bag. However, the more panels you have, the more fabric you have on the inside of the bag. So even with metal fill, this one is difficult to stall because it is pretty full. And because of that, I consider this more of a kicking bag, maybe slightly a hybrid bag, but not the easiest bag to stall. So this is going in at 34. All right, next up is the Heat Hybrid Pro 2.0. This is a $14 metal and plastic filled bag, about 70 grams. Again, this one's kind of full. I'd consider this more of a hybrid bag, and because of this is going to be a 43. Next up is the Burn. This is a 65 grams, so a little bit lighter, metal and plastic fill. These run about $13. This is a slightly larger bag, very full, fun to kick. This is not good for stalls or tricks. I would consider this just a kicking bag, but look at the colors on this thing. It is awesome. Mike over at Bomb has some of the best colors out there. This is going in at 32. Again, that doesn't make it a bad bag. It just means that's more of a kicking bag. Last but not least, the Stunner. This is a 60 gram, $11 rubber and metal filled bag. These are a ton of fun to kick. Big bounce from the rubber, but still low enough fill percentage to do some stalls and tricks. This is a good hybrid bag. This is going in at 78. And that's it for Bomb Foot Bags. All those can be found at bombfootbag.com. And check out the discount codes on the website. Buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 3, get 2 free. You really cannot beat these prices. He's constantly dropping new releases. Go check him out, bombfootbags.com. All right, we've officially entered the World Foot Bag part of the ranking. All the bags I'm about to show you can be found at worldfootbag.com. I'd say the biggest supplier, been doing it forever. Awesome selection. Anything you could want foot bags, including sneakers, accessories, you name it. Worldfootbag.com. Huge shout out to these guys for hooking up the order. And yeah, let's get right into it. First up, the Juice Elite Pro. This is a 58 gram bag. These run about $14. It is a smaller bag, and because of that, it's going in at 62. It is easier to stall than some of the other mini bags on this list, but it is not for everyone, and that's why it's getting kind of a lower score. Not super easy to stall, but super fun to kick, good to train with, 62. Next up is the Steely 120 foot bag. Now, this is definitely a kicking bag. This is very full. And the one thing that I do not like about this bag is the price. When you have this many panels, it is a lot of labor. It is a lot of work to produce these bags, and because of that, this is a $22 foot bag that is really only good for kicking. It is very full. You cannot do stalls or tricks with this bag, and because of that, it's going down to 18. The price is what really hurts this bag. More panels doesn't always mean better bag. All right, next up is the BB King foot bag. This is a 58 panel foot bag, but just like the Steely 120, this has a very high price tag. This is a $25 foot bag, again, because of the labor and the amount of panels. Beautiful design, awesome looking foot bag, but it is still very full, slightly less full than the Steely 120. So easier to control, super fun to kick, but because of that price tag, $25, this is going in at number 25. Next up is the wavy chain. I've seen a lot of chain foot bags on the market, but this is the first time I've ever owned one, and I don't like it. I'm sorry. So what happens is when you kick this bag, the way the chains are, it wants to flatten, and it flattens in the air and it spins. It is nearly impossible to control. I don't know if all steel chain foot bags are like this, but this one is. I am not a fan. These weigh about 50 grams and cost $12 each. I'm sorry, I don't know the point or the purpose for these. It's going in at number 12. Next up is the Peace Warrior foot bag. This is a 51 gram, $8 foot bag, sand filled. Honestly, this is kind of a perfect hybrid bag. Very fun to kick, nice classic sand bag, but also low enough fill percentage to do some stalls. I wish it was a little bit heavier. 51 grams is a little bit light. However, it's all in all just a great hybrid bag that kind of leans on the side of stalls and tricks. So this is going in at number 58. Next up is the rag bag. Again, another one of those super old school bags. Denim, super thick, durable. However, it is very hard, very full, super fun to kick. A little bit heavier at 72 grams. $8, not a bad price. This is going in at number 24. All right, next up is the Dirty Juice Facile foot bag. Super nice 32 panel. This is basically made with like an ultra suede light type fabric, nice and soft. This is starting to get into like the handmade, like pro foot bag territory. This is 60 grams. It runs $18, which isn't really bad. However, it's still not like the easiest to stall. I would say this would be a good hybrid bag that stalls well. This would be good for beginners learning to do tricks. If you want to get kind of the feel of a pro bag, but slightly fuller, this will do the trick. This is a 59. Next up is the Dream pellet filled foot bag. This only weighs about 32 grams, runs about $9. Very, very full. This right here is just a classic kicking bag, very lightweight, beautiful design, not a bad foot bag for kicking, and not a bad price either. Dream foot bag, you're going in at number 19. Next up is the Cosmic Kicker. This is a 60 gram bag. It only runs about $8. I reviewed the Cosmic Staller in the last video. This is the Cosmic Kicker. This is made for kicking rather than stalling. However, there's really not much of a difference. Not a bad foot bag. Cool circle bag. Really like the fabric on this. Cool design. This is going in at number 40. Next up is the BB Blister. I reviewed, I believe, the Sand Blister on the on part 1. This one is supposed to have BBs in it. I thought it'd have a bit of a lower fill percentage, but it is better than the last one. Super fun to kick. Very difficult to control while stalling or doing tricks. Still very squishy, very full. This is going in at number 23. All right, and here we have the Shark, the Edge, and the Sand Urchin. These 3 bags together are only $15, but for the purpose of space on the board, I'm only going to be using one, but all 3 of these are very, very similar, same panel design. So right now I'm only going to be doing the Shark. This bag alone is $8, but like I said, you can get 3 bags for $15. WorldFootbag.com. This is a 60 gram sand-filled bag. Very low fill percentage. Super cool design. Extremely easy to stall. Great price. The Shark, the Edge, and the Sand Urchin, you are going to go up in 96. Again, really, really cool bag, super easy to stall. You gotta love these super floppy sandbags, but good weight to it, 96. And next is the Skull and Roses. You can actually get this in a 3-pack as well, with the piece bag and the shroom bag for only $21. This is kind of a classic fuller sandbag. This is very, very similar to a Sandmaster. Cool designs, good prices. This is $8 on its own, 57 grams. Yeah, all around super, super fun bags to kick. But if you are wanting to do the occasional stall and trick, perfect bag for you. This is going in at number 56. Next up is the Shroom. Very, very similar to Skull and Roses. This is nearly identical to the Dirt Bag. Yeah, awesome design, super fun, great for kicking, perfect all-around bag for kicking and to throw in the occasional trick and stall. This one weighs 1 gram more than the Skull and Roses though, so it is going to get 1 score higher, and it's going to go in at 57. And all of those foot bags can be found at worldfootbag.com. Huge shout out to the guys over there. Huge selection of bags, anything you could possibly want, worldfootbag.com. All right, next up is the Taishi Ishida foot bags, and we're going to be starting off with the Marble. This is a smaller 4-panel bag made with a really, really nice ultra suede light. I made a whole separate video reviewing these. This one is definitely the best fabric. This one's hand stitched. However, I do not like the stitching. Very easy to stall. Very good foot bag for beginners. However, it is a little bit unpredictable when doing stalls and tricks. It is not a perfectly round bag. The stitching on this is too tight. It gets some weird spins in the air. However, very good bag. It is a smaller bag, and it is going to go in at number 69. Next up are the Taishi Ishida big bags. These are 32 panels, nice and soft. However, I don't love the stitching on these. These are great for kicking and working on basic tricks and stalls, but they will not last you forever. I don't love the quality of these bags. These are going in at number 61. And last up for the Taishi Ishida bags is the Panda Cub. This is a 60 gram bag like all the other ones. I forgot to mention the Marble is $16.50. The Taishi Ishida bigs and the Panda Cub are all $13 US. However, these do come from Japan, so the prices fluctuate based on the exchange. Yeah, Taishi Ishida Panda Cub, this is a leather bag. This one took some time to break in, but now that it's broken in, this is actually a fairly good bag. Super fun to control, good, tough, durable material. Also really good for stalling. This bag came very stiff and took some time, but now that I've been using it, I like it a lot. This is going in number 70. Next up are the Storer bags. These are the new metal-filled bags released by Storer. They are a parkour group with like 10 million subscribers out of the UK. Go check them out. These bags are phenomenal. Perfect fill, perfect for stalling and doing tricks, awesome for beginners. I do prefer the blue one. The black fabric is a bit stiffer just because of the dye, so I do prefer the orange and blue one. These are like nearly perfect foot bags. Perfect weight, perfect shape, perfect size, amazingly easy to stall and do tricks. They do offer sandbags and pellet-filled bags now for more of your traditional hybrid or circle kicking. These bags run about $20 each, 70 grams. Perfect for stalls and tricks. These are taking the top spot. Next up is the Mr. Sandman from freedomfootbags.com. I also made a YouTube short just about these, and I called this my favorite foot bag of all time. Mostly for nostalgia. This is what I played with a lot when I was in high school back in the early 2000s. Very unique. It's like kicking a cloud. Awesome to kick, great for circle kicking, perfect for beginners learning how to do stalls. However, they are 4-panel design. They're not the roundest bag in the world, but you're not really going to notice that. Hand stitched here in the USA. These are only $7.77 at freedomfootbag.com. I cannot recommend these enough to beginners. It's not the most durable fabric in the world, but if you take care of it, it'll last you a long time. All around a great hybrid bag, great for learning stalls and tricks. Something about this fabric, it just kind of sticks to your shoe. It's going in at number 71. Next up is the 8-panel suede, also from Freedom Foot Bags. Hand stitched here. This one does have a better fabric. It is slightly larger. Just all in all, just a great sandbag. great for kicks, but also amazing for stalls and tricks. Perfect for beginners, only $13.33. freedomfootbags.com. The 8-panel suede bag is going in at number 80. Last but not least, we have the Footclan foot bags. Link in the description. Constantly releasing new bags, cool designs, bright colors. Footclan, check them out. Jordan's an awesome guy. And we are starting with the Hack Life. This is a metal and rubber filled bag. Super fun to kick, big pop because of the rubber, but it does have a low enough fill percentage for you to do some stalls and tricks. It is an amazing all-around hybrid bag, and because of that, it's going in at 79. Next up is the Tripped Out and the Shredder. Just all in all, super good hybrid bags, perfect for kicking, but also low enough fill percentage for stalls and tricks. All around great hybrid bags, very similar to the pizza bag. However, I need to break these in a little bit more. Awesome bags. I'm actually running out of room. I messed up somewhere, so this Pandemonium, yeah, you're getting demoted to 49, and these are going in at 53. Next up is the Flapjack and the Eyeball bag from Footclan. Both of these are super jumbo bags, low fill percentage with metal. These are super fun to kick, very forgiving, easy to control, but there's almost not enough filling for stalling. It kind of hits your foot and rolls. These are awesome foot bags, but they are strictly kickers, and because of that, they're going down to 38. Next up is the Lover foot bag by Footclan, 32 panel. It is a little bit stiffer, but the weight makes up for it. It is perfect for tricks and stalls, and after you play with them a little while, they become just the perfect all-around freestyle foot bag. It is very similar to the Electric Skull, one of my absolute favorite bags. It is going to the top of the board. Next up is the Blackout. This is a rubber-filled bag, kind of a lower fill percentage, but a little bit too bouncy for stalls and tricks. However, it is a ton of fun to kick around. This is purely a kicking bag. It is going to 31. And after that, we have the Leo and Mikey, part of his Ninja Turtle set. I'm just going to be putting one of these on the board to save some room, but these are nearly identical. Pretty full fill percentage. These bags are made strictly for kicking. I really love the designs on these. Amazing Amara leather. The fabric's phenomenal. And because of that, it's going in at 35. And after that, we have the Donnie and the Raph. Phenomenal, phenomenal fabric. It almost grips your foot. The Amara leather in these bags is some of the best fabric I've ever seen. Amazing stitching. I love the designs. These are both 70-gram bags. You cannot ask for a better foot bag for tricks and stalls. Metal fill, super low fill percentage, phenomenal fabric, great stitching. And because I'm a 90s kid and I love the design, it's going in the top spot. And after that is the Kick Bags 2. Very similar to the Ninja Turtle bags. However, this fabric is slightly different, but I love the colors. Extremely, extremely easy to stall and do tricks. And everyone's always looking for bright foot bags. You cannot get any better than this. Very, very low fill percentage, perfect size, perfect for stalling, perfect for tricks. This is going up on the top between the Pandemonium bags. This is taking number 4. And here we have it. This is our completed list of ranking every foot bags part 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you have any questions at all, drop a comment, email me, everythingfootbag@gmail.com. Any questions about these bags, please go check out the websites. Everything will be linked in the description. Huge shout out to everybody who helped out with bags. Please go get a foot bag, play some hacky sack, learn some tricks, have fun. If you don't mind, if you want to see more foot bag content, then subscribe, like the video, drop a comment down below, and seriously, thank you so much for watching.